All right. Ayos. Welcome everyone to Telo and Friends show. This is a show by Telo and Friends for Telo and Friends. Ano
Woo!
tingin mo sa introduction ko, bro?
Okay yun.
Pasado na
Kasi
ba?
nga, friends naman, kausap mo lahat, friends mo naman eh.
Ah, Tsaka friends ko lang
Oo.
naman manonood dito eh.
Yun, no? Kasi naman,
Hindi, so kumusta ka, Aaron? Nasaan ka ngayon?
currently, nasa isang youth conference ako. Nasa youth camp ako. So, kakatapos lang ng mga evaluation. Alam naman natin yan. Pag
Mm.
mga ganyang camp-camp, may mga conference evaluation. Then, kakauwi lang din namin from Thailand. So, medyo
Dire-diretso, no?
dire-diretso rin kami. And
Mm.
then may pupuntahan din kami the next week. So, Pampanga naman.
Oo. Buti na lang nasingit mo tong podcast natin.
Siyempre, ikaw pa.
Mm. Oo, pinatulan mo yung ating Telo and Friends show.
Siyempre, kasi nga,
Mm.
mga friends mo kasama mo dito.
Oo naman. Kasi friends tayo eh. Okay ba yung...
So,
So, sinend ko sa'yo bro yung episode title natin para sa pag-uusapan natin ngayon. Okay ba yung title
sure.
na naisip ko?
Yeah, oo.
Mm.
Banggitin ko ba?
Sige lang.
Sige, episode 4 daw. Start on starting an online ministry.
Ayos. So,
Ayos.
ano sa tingin mo bro Aaron, bakit yan yung naisip ko na gawing title para sa ating usapan ngayon?
Kasi marami akong racket.
Oo.
Ayun. Ah, baka online seller. Hindi. I think,
Hmm.
wild guess dahil naging part ka ng podcast ko.
Oo.
Ah, promote yung book, and then of course, as save, di ba, na-interview din kita
Tama.
about in greatness according to Jesus. So, yun yung wild guess ko na
Nice.
alam ko ako.
Nice. Well, guess bro. Actually, very simple lang naman yung dahilan bakit ito yung pag-uusapan natin. Kasi
Mhm.
since nagsisimula pa lang itong YouTube channel na ginagawa natin na Telo and Friends Show, wala pa akong alam masyado. As people can tell, yung 3 people or 4 people na nanonood ng mga nauna nating episode, marami pa akong di alam. Marami pa tayong hindi alam. And
Mhm.
so ngayon, naghanap ako ng isa kong kaibigan na malupit sa podcasting. And
Oh,
imbis na mag-i-interview ako sa'yo, or na mag-uusap tayo ng dyan sa Rob Mag ulit, kung saan tayo parati nagmi-meet sa may Jollibee. Naisip ko, gawin na nating episode yung coaching para sa akin. Maganda bang idea yun, bro Aaron?
pwede. Ang galing mo talaga nun na-hook mo ako ha. Akala ko ano to ha.
Yun, ano to?
Talagang,
Coaching time to coaching.
yan, sige.
Pero simulan
Na
natin.
podcast,
Ano yun? Sorry, sige.
coaching na podcast episode. So ano to? Free consultation.
Free consultation tapos para rin
Yan,
sa ibang mga tao na baka gusto rin
yes.
gumawa ng online ministry. So,
Mm-hmm.
ayun. Ito yung una kong tanong, Bro Aaron. Nakasulat na naman, pero
Mm.
babasahin ko for everyone to hear. Paano tayo nag-meet, Bro Aaron? Anong kinalaman ng online ministry sa ating friendship?
Ang galing naman. Thank you for that wonderful question. Hindi. Ah, we met because you reached out to me din. At yun na naalala ko, you reached out ka sa akin na you have a book, and then nakikita mo nga yung mga videos, and then you wanted to contact me, and then doon na nag-start yung interview. And then I realized, then I learned na you're from Jubilee.
Mm-mm.
So, mas lalo nagkaroon ng smaller world na connections, hindi smaller connections. Pero kumbaga yung instead na naging internet friends, naging good friends and physical friends because of kung saan ka naka-affiliate, and ako din, coming from a Chinese church.
Mm-mm.
Yung the friendship, naging mutual yung friendship. So, nag-start tayo sa
Mm-mm.
online, and ang kinalaman ng online ministry sa ating friendship, I think, is yung book mo, In Greatness According to Jesus. So yun
Mm-mm.
yung usapan natin, no? And looking at it, I forgot kung kailan tayo, 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Parang
Nung
gano'n, no?
2020 bro, nung pinublish ko yung libro.
4 years ago,
So
di ba?
mag-4 na.
No. So 4 years ago, we're on the, parang ikaw yung ako, na parang I'm still learning the ropes of doing not only podcast pero ano
Oo.
siya, video podcast
Mm.
Actually, nag-start si Faith Live is 2017, 2016. So it's just a personal project
Mm.
na para ito yung history talaga. So before, into networking ako, yung mga ganyan, network marketing, whatever.
Okay.
Direct.
Oo.
Then may isang gumawa ng MLM podcast.
Mm.
So meron siyang set of questions for certain interviews. Of course, mga millionaires, i-interview niya. Alam nga naman yung mga baguhan, di ba?
Tama.
So, meron mga set of questions na alos pare-pareho lang din naman. Kumbaga,
Mm.
make your first million, ganyan, whatever. Parang naisip ko na, parang kung pwede yun, why not gumawa ng podcast
Mm.
about naman the pastors, yung like their life, ano ba yung favorite memory
Mm.
versus something like that, gano'n. So, doon nag-start si Faith Life, which is actually a project. Nagsimula lang siya nung may youth conference sa church namin.
Mm.
Then yung guest speaker was I think yung pilot episode talaga mismo. Na nag-record kami sa bedroom.
Oo.
As in,
Sino yung guest speaker nun, bro?
si Will Joe. Sir
Nga.
William Jonathan
Tama. I
PCP.
will Joe. Mm.
So, siya yung And then, nag-interview ako sa kama. Nilagay ko lang yung phone sa kama. Nag-audio recording lang kami. Then, second was sa Campus Crusade. While
Mm.
driving yung guest. So, nag-interview kami. Muntik tayo mabangga nun. Yung time
Okay.
na yun.
Ayos ah.
Di lang
So,
sa audio.
pati nagda-drive, pwede rin podcast interview?
Kasi naka-phone recorder.
Oo.
So, before kasi pag siya ng podcast is audio. And, nung time that I was, nung 2016, 2017, hindi pa masyadong into podcasting sa Philippines.
Oo nga. Oo. That's true.
Medyo vague pa yung world na yun. Parang,
Mm.
meron bang ganun? And thankful ako from a friend by the name of Jeff Lucas.
Okay.
I-introduce me sa world ng Anchor.
Mm.
Anchor.fm. So,
I
sabi
see.
niya, bro, gusto mag-podcast, pwede ka mag-upload dito, ganyan.
Mm.
So before, dahil vague pa nga yung podcasting, yung mga ginagamit na editing, everything is for free. So
Yeah.
parang edit ka, upload ka, it's all for free.
Mm.
So nag-start siya, and then nagkaroon ako ng stop, nag-pause ulit because I'm working. Then nag-start ulit ako nung pandemic season na.
Yeah.
So survive ko nga yung Faith Life ulit. So I actually, basically, lagi ko nga sinasabi sa iba kong friends, so Faith Life is like my faith journey.
Mm.
Kumbaga, it's not only a collection of seeing faith, seeing faith, hearing truth, diba yun yung sa cover photo. But
Yeah.
also is my journey to spiritual life din, and yung mga inaaral ko. So during the pandemic, mas into the reform perspective ako. So of course, my guests, talagang siya,
Yeah.
naglakas loob na ako to send emails sa
Oo
mga
nga.
guests like Van Drunen,
Michael Heiser, nung buhay pa siya, no?
Ward, and all other people. Michael Heiser nga, before he died, talaga na yun, sobrang lagish ng Zoom ko noon. I mean, parang everything is pa. And proud to say, I'm the first and only Filipino na nag-interview kay Dr. Heiser.
That's true, no?
That time, he was opening his school na. Pero he was willing to do another second, parang extension of the episode.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, then nagka-cancer, din namatay. So na-extend until eternity na extension.
Sa heaven na ulit.
No. And yan yung most viewed ko of all episodes pang YouTube. So, Michael Heiser was there, and then other people na naglakas loob lang talaga ako to do it. And may side project din ako noong 2020 was the Fellowship League. Kasama ko yung ibang mga taga CCF na attendees. So parang side project siya to do. Mas hindi formal or mas hindi akma sa concept ko eh.
Right.
So, yun. And then, na-interviewed you, and then I interviewed others then, some of them as well. And then now I'm coming back again because of my exposure naman sa 9 Marks and
Mm.
Crossway. Karamihan sa kanila, like si Jamie Dunlop, na-interview ko.
Yeah.
Then
Mm.
I'm going to interview Nathan Knight, si
Mm.
Planting by Pastoring, and then si Mike McKinley. I posted it recently. So, and then siguro one encouragement was my wife. Siya yung talagang nag-encourage
Mm.
sa akin na bakit mo na i-push gawin ulit yung Faith Live,
Oo.
which uh,
Mm.
at first, honestly, may thoughts of getting it monetized. Kasi nga, yung podcast world noon, everything's for free. Kaya yung
Yeah.
mga talagang yung sila Joe Rogan Experience, yung mga ganong secular
Mm.
podcasts, they've been doing it for the longest time and they became consistent with it. Ngayon nila nare-reap yung harvest na rewards, so parang biglang nag-boom yung podcast industry, lalo na nung
Mm.
pandemic sa Philippines. Kasi nung 2016, I was just myself. Wala akong mentor, wala akong guide na
Yeah.
sinong kung
Mm.
paano gagawin, wala talaga.
Mm.
I was really tempted to do that. May attempts din ako nung pandemic na parang nag-raise support. But I told my wife na kasi ang heart ng Faith Library is a resource for every Filipino Christian na
Yeah.
walang
Mm.
access sa librong yon or walang
Mm.
access dun sa gusto nila magawa ng thesis, wala silang source of options, ano ba yung pwedeng
Yeah.
gawing footnote. So yun
Mm.
yung gusto kong bigger dream doon. So,
Mm.
sabi ko, siguro wag muna nating gawing as to monetize it, but rather to minister to others na
Yeah. Mm.
may resource free. Kasi
Mm.
hirap maghanap ng mga biblical scholars, di ba? Or
Oo.
theologians na who's willing to do that, tapos wala ka pang bayad for free.
Mm.
Parang, di ba? May iba, they're paying for their services pa. So, we're not saying na parang money-making yung ginagawa nila.
Mm.
But, yun. And then, of course, connecting to the second question din, na I met a lot of friends because of yung sa online ministry ng Faith Life.
Mm.
I think nag-spark talaga na yun ng pandemic. Dahil pinapakinggan, mag-i-email sa akin, mag-messenger sa akin. So
Mm.
it became naging organic siya.
Yeah.
Yung output, ginawa ko online
Mm.
ministry. Naging organic siya na I met friends, then nagkaroon ng meet up and everything. So, I'm not saying na para, meron akong fan base or meron akong
Yung term
fans.
nga is famous
Oo,
sa
hindi meron akong
Tagalog eh.
parang famous. Siguro dahil nga,
Mm.
naging DJ ako sa Save Radio, it's also an
Oo.
online ministry.
Yeah.
Kaya parang na-incorporate ako with that. Pero sabi ko, Faith Library is another extension na ito yung organic, ito yung ako na
Mm.
yung learner na hindi yung parang Kuya Daniel persona na, which is ako pa rin naman, but yun yung fun side ko eh.
Mm.
But of course, ito iba naman.
Yeah.
So, marami ako na former friends, even sa Save Radio, kasi it's
Mm.
online as well. Marami akong yung mga tagapakinig, na-meet ko sila
Tama.
personally.
Yeah.
Parang radio talaga. But the
Actually,
friendship, sige.
meron kasi akong I want to bring something up with this question rin kasi na
Sige.
kung nasilip mo yung mga unang episode natin, no? Particularly yung kasama ko si Nick. We were talking
Yeah.
about yung sometimes na very heated yung mga discussion na nangyayari sa online
Yeah.
na mga theology groups. And that's actually the place na una kitang nakita, Bro Aaron, nasa yung mga theological forum na Facebook groups natin. Diba? So we have different na mga theology groups. And ang interesting doon, syempre marami tayong nakikita ng mga pangalan doon. Pero
Yeah.
not necessarily lahat naging close friend, no? Siguro parang aware lang tayo. Or at least ako parang I know them by name. Some of them I know them by face kung nandun yung mukha nila sa profile. Pero tayo lang, for me, parang ikaw lang talaga yung person na nakita ko na doon ko nakilala sa Facebook group. Tapos naging close ko talaga. And I
Nag-iabay.
think, sorry. Oh, naging abay pa ako ng ano mo.
Nag-iabay pa. Akalain mo yun.
Kalain ko yun eh, no?
Oo.
Pero I think the reason kung bakit nangyari yun, because we use etong medium na to, na the
Yeah.
medium of podcasting. Kasi even though merong magandang use yung social media, I think meron siyang way to use it na okay naman. Sometimes yung mga ganitong long form discussions, mas nagbi-build
Yeah.
talaga siya ng friendship eh.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
mm,
That's
you want
true.
to add
Uh,
something doon, bro? Mm.
yeah, like for example, si Jamie Dunlop, associate
Mm.
pastor ng Capitol Hill Baptist Church. I mean, kahit nasabihin mo
Yeah.
whatever you want, but Jamie Dunlop, 9 marks. But we kept in touch. Like, or si Mark
Mm.
McKinley, nung sa Thailand kami last time. I mean,
Yeah.
sabi niya, just keep in touch. And he's willing to go to the Philippines. Invite ko lang daw
Mm.
siya. I mean, we can form these kinds of relationships. Now, yes, yun nga, I think issue you may different views. But
Mm.
if alam natin sa sarili natin that, we have been saved by grace, and
Mm.
we know what the gospel is all about, then
Yeah.
I think it's a good, parang ang tawag doon, a good playing field that we can all agree.
Mm.
Kasi like for
That's true.
example si Michael Heiser, marami nga nag-relate sa kanya na paborito na Mormons daw. Kasi nga because of you. But sa akin
Mm.
no, I learned stuff from him, like yung
Yeah.
sa Unseen Realm na
Mm.
o nga no, na parang meron siyang gustong sabihin na hindi usually sinasabi sa biblical studies or sa
Right.
theological perspective. Like the
Mm.
Nephilims or yung mga ganyan. So,
Mm.
somehow, yun yung sabi ng mentor ko eh. Shout out kay Dr. Rolex Kailig.
Mm.
Sabi niya sa akin last is, be appreciative sa theological perspectives kasi it
Yeah.
can steer conversation
Mm.
instead
Even
of
if you're
parang,
in disagreement, no?
yeah,
Mm.
parang mabasa ko nga sa isang post na parang ang bilis natin bitawan yung H word or the heresy. Di ba?
Oo.
Na parang pagkat hindi ka agree sa eschatology na heresy or
Mm.
hindi ka agree sa kung paano tayo pinili heresy. Parang
Mm.
it I appreciate the passion,
Mm.
but sometimes we can be passionately wrong with
Yeah.
things.
Mm.
Parang nawawala tayo sa ano na ba sinabi sa scriptures talaga na somehow to maintain the unity of the faith kahit na in mere disagreements. So
Mm.
it's a lifelong journey of maturity, I guess.
Yeah. That's true. And I think in a way, yung tama nga yung sinabi mo na in a way the podcast medium is more friendly. Mas nagpo-provide siya
Yeah,
ng friendly na environment than yung
true.
social media, Facebook groups, ganyan.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah,
that's
yeah, that's true. For example, Joe Rogan. Ang dami niyang people na kasama pa na would disagree with him and iba talaga yung views. But at
mm.
the end of the day, they could all agree. Kasi may napag nga isang episode na marami kong nakitang content na one of the awkward episodes niya was with Dwayne Johnson, si The Rock.
Yeah. Mm.
Kasi totally different lahat talagang views sila. Siyempre
Mm.
iba yung kay The Rock, iba yung kay Joe Rogan. But they can do an episode pa din still kahit na may
Mm.
awkward moments. So,
Tama.
di ba tayo pwedeng ano? Kasi usually pag nag-invite ka na ng disagree, nagiging debate. So parang
Mm.
dinidebunk mo na parang, parang
Oo.
may pagka-hypocritic na parang, hindi, charity, blah, blah, blah.
Mm.
Then, pag natapos na, magpo-post siya na parang ganito, 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 heresy. So parang, di ko nakikita yung, di ko nakikita yung intentionality na talagang we can agree to disagree or some
Right.
sort.
Mm.
So, alam
I
ko
think
na baka itong content, sige, sorry.
mm. I think one of yung illustrations ni Joko naman last podcast episode. Sobrang ano siya ako na medyo na-enlighten ako dun sa illustration niya. Na yung mga drivers daw, kunyari sa intersection, hindi
Yeah.
magbibigayan. Pero yung mga ibang
Yeah.
driver, pag nagbukas na ng bintana tapos kumaway, ngumiti sa kabilang driver, parang biglang pagbibigyan na, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Kasi ang nangyayari, when you're driving, tapos kotse yung kalaban mo, parang gamit lang siya. It's just an object. Pero once meron
Mm.
ng kumakaway na tao, may ngumingiti na sa'yo, it's like tao na yung kausap mo. And I think that's what's
Yeah.
happening sa podcast eh. Like even though we disagree, I know that you're a person, meron kang pamilya, meron kang asawa, meron kang aso. You have all of these things that I also share na meron tayong common things that we can relate to. not necessarily yung theology natin, not necessarily yung perspective natin about sa interpretation ng scripture or kung ano man theological disagreement yung meron. So I think Brother Aaron meron tong connected to sa susunod natin na question eh. Kasi if it is true na yung podcast dahil nga merong personal touch na meron na mas nababawasan yung conflict, then ba't hindi na
Yeah.
lang tanggalin na lang natin yung online ministry? Bakit hindi na lang lahat ng ministry natin on-site? Nung time naman ni Jesus, wala namang internet eh. So, what do you think, bro? Bakit kailangan ba talaga ng online ministry? Baka pwede on-site lahat.
Well, yung one thing that came to my mind, that was the issue ng pandemic, right? Para,
Mm-mm.
for example, for service, para should we do it online or on-site?
Mm-mm.
Kasi for some, doing it online can reach out to other people. Parang, for example, live stream, ganyan. So, may mga nare-reach out tayong ibang tao.
Yeah.
Sa kabilang panig naman is, no, we're disobeying God na parang not to gather physically.
Mm-mm.
Which, I agree in that side, no?
Yeah.
Yung gathering. When it
Mm-mm.
comes to worship talaga, church
Mm-mm.
service. Pero when it comes to like podcasting or online ministry na podcasting or may mga meetups, I think we can use those means. Maganda pag on-site kasi nga na parang kumbaga kung meron maka-intention sa isa't isa, parang yun nga kagaya sinabi mo with the intersection in the window, mas nawawala na parang
Mm-mm.
kaya minsan parang ganun nga yung ko sa sarili ko. Pero pag online, ang tapang natin. Pero pag nagharap buka na, parang wait
Mm-mm.
lang, ba't nagle-let down yung guard natin? No?
Oo. Mm-mm.
It may bearing pa din and may ano pa rin, may essential pa din in a sense yung online ministry. I think we're living in these times na very accessible ang technology.
Mm-mm.
And of course, if you use it in the wrong way, of course, ang result is the wrong way. But if you use it for like such as podcasting, kasi di naman lahat pwede mo punta. Like for example, I'll be interviewing Nathan Knight. Hindi mo lang pwede pumunta ng Washington DC para lang
Oo.
i-meet siya. I would spend
Magastos yun.
almost $500,000. Oh, almost $250,000 para
Mm-mm.
lang pumunta ng Washington DC. Unsure pa nga ang US visa. So, di ba, parang
Mm-mm.
ang hirap. But
Yeah.
but through this Zoom or StreamYard, Google Meet, mas nagkaroon ng siguro parang mas kumbaga sa intersection analogy, mas bumaba konti yung pintana natin sa car na parang medyo nag-let tayo ng guard down na parang pwede pala eh. So just send me an email, then let's see kung pwede mag-meet yung schedule natin. So
Mm-mm.
meron ng parang somehow na-open na yung doors
Yeah.
na pwede pa rin magkaroon ng meaningful relationships
Mm-mm.
kahit na may online means, through online means. And I would agree na meron naman talagang tao na minister or sabihin na save because of online ministry. Like
Mm-mm.
example, like Save Radio in our ministry or Indigitus.
Yeah.
Or Yes He Is. Di ba?
Mm-mm.
Kung hindi naman pala important or essential pa din yung online ministry, then Yes He Is wouldn't exist. Wala yung mga Facebook page ni Quaret, Living Waters, mga ganyan. Or yung
Mm-mm.
mga Ligonier, di ba? Giving free resources. These are means din that we can do ministry. And online din siya. Desiring God is another one. Di ba? Pag e-books, libre lahat. Punta ka lang sa website, libre PDF. Diba? Alam ko, Providence, nakapal-kapal nun. Libo-libo. Pero
Mm-mm.
punta ka lang sa website ng Desiring God, libre.
May kopya ka na.
Yung,
Mm-mm.
meron lang copy. May nagbigay. Pero may
Tama.
PDF din kasi. So, libre. So, we cannot say na parang hindi na siya essential. Kasi pwede natin gamitin as online na book reading group online.
Mm-mm.
So, maraming church planting initiatives nag-start doon sa online book reading. Na parang, sige, basa lang tayo book about the gospel ng 9 Marks, for example. Merong mga tao na naka-minister doon. So, and ano kasi siya kumbaga, nasa safe zone tayo
Tama.
pag online.
Mm-mm.
Kumbaga, para medyo comfortable tayo na, kumbaga, hindi natin ini-intrude yung privacy that much
Mm-mm.
kapag online. Lalo na, especially if you're doing evangelism or book
Mm.
reading na parang gusto mo talagang do missions, may contribution pa din si online ministry. Imposible yung we can just put it under the rug. Imposible.
Mm. That's true. So, meron akong dalawang ano, parang thoughts na pumasok sa mind ko as you were sharing, no? Yung
Mm.
first one is, yung maganda kasi sa online ministry, dahil nga sa sinabi mo na you're able to connect quickly with people na hindi ka makakonect in any other way. Na a lot of yung
Mm.
mga niche na theological topics, mas nabibigyan ng pansin eh. Because, for
Yeah.
example, tayo parang the reason we got to connect kasi number one, pareho tayong mahilig sa theology, pareho tayong into ministry, pareho tayong Pilipino, 'di ba? So,
Mhm.
yung mga connections sa yun, if parang organic natin siyang ginawa, like nag-attend tayo ng isang ng Philchai Churches conference, something, baka hindi tayo
Mhm.
nakapag-connect. Pero dahil nga
Yeah.
meron tayong online presence, gumawa ka ng podcast, gumawa ako ng libro, nagkaroon ng connection, 'di ba? So,
Yeah.
mas nagiging automatic yung mga connections na yun. And it makes it easier para yung mga topic, tulad ng topic na pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, mas nabibigyan ng pansin. So that's
Yeah.
one thought na so mas nagkakaroon nare-refine yung thinking natin about these concepts, these ideas that we like talking about. And at the same time, dahil nga nare-refine yung ideas natin by nourishing each other through by sharing resources, sharing ideas sa online platform, yung mga insights na natututunan natin, nababaon din natin sa on-site na ministry natin. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
So, nakuha natin yung resources online, yung wisdom, yung knowledge, marami tayong nakuhang information online. Pagdating natin sa
Mhm.
local church, sa small group natin, may baon tayo. Meron tayong share to the local church, kumbaga.
Yeah.
So in a way, yun yung maganda, no? Kasi yung pinag-uusapan din namin parate sa kaila Kuya Steve, no, dun sa AGST program. Uh, what we always do is we want to resource yung global church, uh, yung church from Asia, church from Africa, yung church from the West, and also yung historical church, like church from the past, yung sa time ng early church, nung medieval period. And we want to use all of yung wisdom na meron yung global church, yung universal church, and we want to bring it sa local context, sa
Yeah.
simbahan natin, sa mga tao na we meet face to face and we can serve. So, ayun, it makes us better pastors, it makes us better theologians. Kaya maganda tong online platform na to.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think,
And ano,
sige, go bro.
yeah.
Mm.
Okay lang.
You were gonna say
Um,
something? Mm.
yeah, going back dun sa sinabi mo na
Mm.
parang makikita local churches. And for example, I'm part of a Chinese church. You're part of a Chinese church. So kumbaga
Mm.
parang, okay, parang pwede pala ito mangyari. Diba pa parang,
Mm.
from GC Balintawak din, Jubilee
Yeah.
pala, pwede magsama. Parang,
Mm.
kilala ko yung pastor. So parang doon nagkakaroon ng relationships din eh.
Tama.
So,
Mm.
meron pa ding significance talaga.
Yeah, that's true. So I think we have time for our last question, Bro
Yes.
Aaron. So, meron akong tanong dito, sinulat ko. The question
Mhm.
is, paano ba dapat magsimula ng online ministry? So what I have in mind here is, meron ba tayong
Yeah, yeah.
mga things na kailangan natin i-consider bago natin masabi na qualified tayo or pwede na tayo magsimula ng online ministry?
Yeah. Good question. Lalo na in our time. Dahil
Mm.
ang daming mga influencers
Mm.
na Christians na parehas lang sila with other secular or worldly content.
Mm.
Um, Importante talaga at first is you're a member of a church.
Mm.
uh, to me is very important kasi you'll be receiving accountability, you'll be receiving correction kung sino man yung magiging pastor mo na you're willing to be a part of.
Mm.
Kasi like kung nga rin may mga ibang, sad to say, Christian content creators na parang kami ng wife ko napapailan na lang kami na parang akala ko ba Christian influencer pero
Mm.
pinag-uusapan love life or
Yeah.
hindi siya pinansin ng crush. Parang, di ba sumisikat ngayon yung mga POV content?
Mm.
Di ba? Parang POV, nung hindi ka sinagot ng crush mo, parang you're a
Oo.
Christian influencer that you are portraying these things. Parang nawawala tuloy yung purpose na you are Christian and then you're doing content. So to me, number one is be part of a local church na you will be shepherded, discipled. It's very important din before anything
Mm.
else. To me, number two, magpaalam kayo sa pastors nyo in
Mm.
doing these things. Noon kasi sa Faith Live, di ako nagpaalam. Then nagkaroon ako
Mm.
ng time na ayoko muna gawin. Kasi nga may mga pastors nag-remind sa akin na you have to ask permission to the church want to do
Yeah.
this. Is because if something happens, the church will be there to protect or to guide you, or kung meron man nagsasabi falsely accusing accusations about you, di naman mawala yun. The church will help you and defend you in that part.
Mm.
So, si Faith Live, kaya nakagawa ngayon dahil nagtatanong din yung pastor ko in the past kung tinutuloy ko pa ba yung podcast. Eh, nagpaalam naman ako. He said yes. So, ako lang naman yung ayaw na gumawa ng content. But
Mm.
may permission naman to do so. So, ask permission from pastors or leaders in your church. Kasi, kung tayo nga natitempt tayo sa spiritual struggles natin physically,
Mm.
how much more virtually na sobrang daming information na lumalabas na to the point it's really overwhelming.
Mm.
And if we're not guarded, magagaya tayo ng yung mga parang para sa akin, Christians kayo, you're boldly saying about it, pero parang yung mga content who doesn't translate it.
Yeah. Mm.
Tapos parang yung nagiging content nila is they're voicing out their struggles or their thoughts na parang to the point na nagiging commercialized na lang si Jesus rather than this is what
Mm.
God has done in my life, something ganun.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yun yung tatlo.
Mm.
Then number four, if the Lord really binigyan ka ng opportunity to do so these things, then I think I would recommend to listen to podcasts na Christian podcasts.
Mm.
If you want to do an online ministry, look for mature, godly men who are serving in these kinds of platforms para meron kang nasusundan din na somehow na makakatulong din sa'yo.
Mm.
Na hindi siya yung parang, sige, gawa na lang ako ng ganito, o gawa na lang akong ganyan. Baka gumawa ka ng podcast na nag-interview ka ba ng bumukbang, di ba? Parang, what? Parang,
Mm.
sino mo kausapin mo, pastors, nagmumukbang ka while talking. Parang, what?
Yeah.
Diba?
I wanna add
So,
mm.
sige.
I wanna add something here, no? Kasi, so recently, nakikinig ka ba kay ano? Anong pangalan nun? Si Matthew Everhard ba yun?
Parang napakinggan ko siya.
Yeah, he's a
Oo.
Presbyterian siya na may YouTube channel na
Yeah, yeah.
pastor siya, no? And then recently he posted a video about how he decided to unfollow na si ano, Redeem Zoomer. So si
Yeah.
Redeem Zoomer is a 21-year-old na super YouTube star na daming nanonood ng mga videos niya na sobrang
Yeah.
famous niya. Pero yun nga, he's a 21-year-old kid in a way. So parang even though he's very intelligent, sobrang taas ng IQ niya. Ano pa rin siya, parang there are some immaturities pa rin na kailangan mag-mature pa, 'di ba? And in a way
Yeah.
parang ganun yun medyo may double-edged sword ang ano, ang online ministry kasi in a lot of ways it's the young people na nag-excel dito. Pero at the same time,
Yeah.
yung mga young people yung mas lesser in a way yung wisdom than much older people, no? So I think yung nakikita ko dito na based sa na-share mo na kanina is our priority should be kasi one of the temptations when we're presenting ourselves online is we tie yung identity natin dun sa online presence natin. Na mas ano tayo, like
Yeah.
this is me, like this is how I present myself to the world. Tapos eto na ako. This is Telo or this is Aaron or
Yeah.
this is Kuya Daniel kasi Kuya Daniel ka sa Saved, no? Um pero dapat mas totoo pa rin para sa akin, para sa atin, mas totoo pa rin yung identity ko within my local church, yung ministry ko within my local church, yung connection
Yeah.
ko with my local pastor. Yun pa rin yung
Mhm.
pinaka-priority. Alright, any
Mhm.
last thoughts, Brother Aaron? We're gonna end less than a minute na lang yung time natin.
Ay, sige, Faith Library, subscribe, Faith Library Podcast, yun lang. Maunihing pera.
Mm-mm.
Stay tuned for future episodes.
Yun. Tama bro. Gawa kayo ng future episodes. Tapos, ano pala, hindi ko ito nasabi sa mga ibang video, pero please comment kung meron kayong mga thoughts na gustong sabihin. Comment para we can connect with you and then ma-invite rin namin kayo siguro in the future sa podcast.
Yes,
Alright, thank you
sir.
everyone. God bless. Salamat
Nice.
bro Aaron. Bye.
Thanks.
Sige, bye-bye.